I've never really been a fan of the Porsche 911 Cabriolet, and I bet a lot of the enthusiasts reading this aren't either. But since its introduction in 1983, the cab has been an important part of the 911 lineup, which is probably why Porsche chose to show off this car so close to the launch of the new 992. Its looks aren't exactly groundbreaking, but that's not the point. The story here is much the same as it was with the 992 coupe. It's being launched in Carrera S and 4S guise first, and both get the wider bodywork previously reserved for all-wheel drive 911s. The engine is a heavily revised 3.0-liter twin-turbo flat-six pumping out 443 horsepower and 390 pounds-to-foot of torque, and it's paired to a new 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. There are a lot of significant chassis changes including staggered wheels, 20s up front and 21s out back for S models, and wider tracks front and rear. The interior's been revised, too, and it's all quite snazzy. Here's what's new: PASM Sport suspension is offered for the first time in a 911 cab, and it brings with it a 10mm ride height drop, plus stiffer springs and sway bars. Porsche never offered this setup on 911 cabriolets before since they're not as rigid as coupes. But with the 992's new adaptive dampers, which can change their compression and rebound characteristics on the fly, stiffer springs and sway bars aren't a problem with an open-top 911. The top can now open in close and 12 seconds at speeds of up to 31 miles per hour, which is much quicker than the 30 seconds it took the previous 911. Porsche will include an electrically operated wind deflector, too, since you're not really going to use those back seats. From the front and sides it looks quite handsome with the top up and down, but the rear is a little awkward. The whole area behind the top looks quite bulbous. But, I'm biased because I'll always prefer a coupe or Targa to a 911 Cabriolet. Pricing starts at $126,000.